Today I'll be showing you guys 10 teams for the new Kizuna clash versus Bartolomeo and Hakuba. So starting off, we'll have a 1vsALL team that obviously uses the new friend captain as Treble, allowing you to get more tickets in the new Kizuna clash. And also the team deals about 200 million damage at least. So for quite a while you'll be able to use this. It obviously handles gimmicks upon level 30. All the teams in this video I'll be showing you handle the gimmicks upon beyond level 30. So I have tested all of them out to make sure that they do work. And they were perfectly fine and deal very good damage. I also have 3 teams for people who want to use double Marco, and obviously the Hoship to get a lot of XP from assists. Those teams are quite a bit weaker than the other ones, just because Marco doesn't work very well with this Kizuna clash. But otherwise, we have teams here that can work at least up to like level 30. And then finally, I have a set of teams using none of the new batch, no friend captain Treble, because I know a few people don't even have Treble as a friend captain, which is quite hard to find in your friend list. So those teams deal above 3 billion damage at least, so very strong, and obviously don't use the new batch. So let's get straight into it, starting off with the 1vsALL team. Okay, for the 1vsALL team, this is the first team I'll show you. Then I'll go into the XP Marco teams. Then I'll go into the teams using friend captain Treble, with using quite an accessible team itself. And then finally, I'll be showing you teams that aren't too accessible, that don't use any of the new batch, no Treble as a friend captain either, but they deal really good damage, about 3 billion at least. 3 billion is the lowest one, the next one deals 5 billion, and the other one deals almost up to 10 billion against the versus strength variant. I'm actually quite new to the high damage team building for Kizuna, since I recently got a new account that has some of the key legends to get high damage. So in this video, this is going to be my first showcase of high damage teams. I'll show more of these in the future. And then finally, that's going to actually wrap up the video. I have 3 teams, 3 sets of 3 teams, and then the 1vsALL. Big shout out to IMTK. Thank you, he provided this team. It's very good. I think this is the most optimal you can get. It's quite hard to build a 1vsALL for this Kizuna, so I'm pretty happy with this one. It gets it done very conveniently. I'm very happy with this team. Okay, so for the first Marco team versus Saya, this is a very quick clip, so I need to get through this fast. Stage 1, kill Namri. Stage 2, use Blackbeard for chain boundary and bind reduction. Then use Elizabella for a orb boost. You'll carry into the final stage. Final stage, we will get a special limiter of 2 specials. We're now running friend captain Treble, so we can't get around that innately. So we have to just get around it and only use 2 specials on the final stage, which is why we carried over buffs from stage 2. In the final stage, use Special Sengoku to give you matching orbs to your right column and get around 5 of the 6 tons of damage reduction. Beyond level 30, there's an extra ton of damage reduction which you'll get around with the support of Fujitora on our Sengoku. So make sure you start the chain with Sengoku. Not only is the only one without a matching orb, but we need him to get around the last ton of the damage reduction. Then Huzu is going to give us another matching orb and also give us an attack boost of 2x and get around 5 of the 6 tons of the paralysis. Beyond level 30, we can use Black Mario support to get around the last turn of paralysis. We also have the 2 supports of 1 Moria for a 1.5x color affinity, and Doflamingo for a 0.5 chain boost, which goes well to chain boundary from our Blackbeard. So that's me for this team. It's very good for how hard it was to build with this. Driven and Striker get cooldown from the quest, Marco boosts, Fighter, and Powerhouse. So you can obviously see the conflict. It was very difficult to build this, but I'm pretty happy how it turned out. 100 million damage beyond level 30, pretty decent. And let's get into the next variant. Okay, for the vs.in team, this team is very basic. Mr. 3 support is not required. I don't know why I didn't there. Because I think I was a bit sketchy about the HP. But Marco gives so much HP from his specials either way. So we definitely don't need that. Just make sure you activate all of your markers when it's necessary. Stage 1, we use we just clear normally. Oh wait, no, we also have to activate the superclass of one of our markers. We're running a full fighter team here, so we have the superclass of Marco, luckily. So use him on stage 1, kill the turtles. and then on stage 2, we're going to use the special of our Robin, who's going to give us a full board of matching orbs. Just make sure you keep one of Robin's matching orb on stage 1. She sets all of your orbs aside at the start of the quest, so make sure you just keep her orb. And then on stage 2, she'll change all of your orbs into matching then. And then basically use your you'll get an attack boost from Marco special. He'll activate automatically since we used his superclass on stage 1. He'll give us an attack boost on stage 2, and then he'll give us a 1.4 chain boost on the final stage because we had him activated on stage 2. With matching orbs and an attack boost, it's easy to kill on stage 2. Just make sure you hit over your perfects. No luck here, we have matching orbs guaranteed. Then on the final stage, we're going to use our special of Jinbei to get around 6 tons of the paralysis. He gets around all of it and gives us a color affinity boost. Then use your Marco specials. Also, I do recommend stalling a few turns, like 2 turns on stage 1, to make sure that your Marco specials are already on the final stage. And then use your specials. He's going to give us an attack boost of 2.5x. He carries over a 1.4 chain boost from stage 2. Then use your Law special to give us an orb boost and a chain boundary effect and a full board of matching orbs. Law's a goat. Then finally use your Frankie to get around all the turns of the enemy defense up and also buff the chain boundary from your Law. So that was a mouthful, but it's very strong. We don't have a conditional, but it's really fine. We have an insane chain. We also have very strong boosts from attack, orb, and color affinity, and a full board of matching orbs. So I definitely recommend this team. This team does definitely over 200 million, probably upwards of 300 million. But simply, let's get into the final variant for the Marco against Strength. For the final Marco team against the Strength variant here, stage 1 we use, we're going to first stall 2 turns to make sure that our Marco specials are ready by the final stage. Then we're going to use the super class of Marco when we're ready to move into the next stage, and then obviously kill the turtles. And then on stage 2, we're going to use the special of our Sengoku to get around 4 of the 5 turns of the attack down, and also give us a orb boost. Also, Marco special will activate automatically because we use the super class on stage 1. That'll give us an attack boost. We also have the Sport of Bobbin to give us 4 matching orbs on stage 2, so that is necessary, just to make sure that you don't have to rely on RNG for matching orbs. So with an attack boost, orb boost, and 4 matching orbs, it's very easy to kill on stage 2. Then on the final stage, use the specials of your Marco for an attack boost of 2.5x. We're going to use the special of our Hack to get around the 2 turns of Rewind, and also the enemy's defense up. Then we'll use Koala to get around the block orbs changes into matching, and also give us a 2x orb boost for an entire crew. Finally, beyond level 30, we'll have to get around 6 tons of Despair, in which case we'll use the special of our Gordon to get around it, along with the support of Whitebeard. Also add the support of Ace, the rare recruit Ace, for a 1.3x quick color affinity boost. So with all that, we have a attack boost, orb boost, color affinity, and a chain boost from our Marco specials, and obviously a full board of matching orbs. So this team is pretty much on par with the vs.SALL Marco team I showed you in terms of the damage, but it gets around the gimmicks beyond level 30. All these teams do. And let's get into the next set of teams with friend captain Treble. Okay, for the vs.SALL team here, stage 1 kill them. Stage 2, we need special of Beige. On the final stage, we can use Yamato special. I really recommend adding the intelligent body support to your killer, who's going to change his orb into recovery on the final stage. Then going on to the final stage, killer should have a recovery orb. The rest of your unit should have matching orbs from Beige still. Then use Yamato special to change everyone's orb besides killer into into Wano orbs. Then use a super type obviously for a chain multiplicator boost and super type. Then activate your your Treble friend captain, who's gonna give you a chain boundary effect utility, and he's also gonna change your killer's orb into int. Then you finally use your kid, who's gonna change that int orb on killer into tandem, which is gonna allow you to activate the super tandem ability of your kid. Kid also give us an attack boost and a 1.75x orb boost with the support of Halloween Law. Finally, use the specials of your Crocodile and then your your killer to get around all 6 tons of the damage reduction and give it a color affinity boost. Also, Crocodile gets around some of the debuffs, and that's gonna be for this team. Very strong, very fast, and very reliable. So I just recommend adding that body support, but that's gonna be for this team. Let's get into the next team, which uses the Fire Tank Pirate as our captain. Okay, for the versus in team here with the Fire Tank Pirates, this is a character I've never used before in my life in OPTC, so I'm glad to use them in this Kizuna. They work very well, especially against this versus int variant. So stage 1, kill them. Stage 2, use the super swap, just use the regular swap of your Fire Tank Pirates to get into their Dex form. Also swap your Kizaru and Akainu into their Strength form, and you'll get 2 matching orbs guaranteed there. Then use special of your Zoro, who's going to give you a conditional attack boost of 2x, and also get around the enemy's debuffs. I do recommend finding a way to get at least maybe one other matching orb on stage 1, because I'm not sure if 2 orbs is going to be enough. So I recommend just finding a way to get, trying to generate one more natural orb on the first stage to make sure you can kill on stage 2. Then on the final stage, 6 tons of special bind. We're going to swap components to their siphon back, then use their special. By the way, this team deals about 600 million damage, so it's very strong. Capone is going to give you an attack boost of 2.5x, and also get around 5 of the 6 tons of the special bind. The special of your, what's her name? Flampe is going to get around the other turn, and also give you a 2x color affinity boost, a very useful character. Finally, swap your Akainu and Kizaru back into the Siphon and use the special to get around the last turn of enemy defense up, and also get a 2.75x orb boost from the special. Also, obviously use a Treble, and then finally your what's her name, Perona, to give you a 2x conditional attack boost. That's pretty much it for this team. We have a conditional, an attack boost, orb boost, color affinity. All of the boosts are very strong. We also have a chain boundary partnered with a chain boost of 0.5 with a Bartolomeo support. So a very strong team. Let's get into the final one for the versus strength variant. Okay, I'm very happy with this team. We're using Sugar as our captain. Always love using Sugar, very good character. In stage 1, just kill the enemy. Stage 2, use your Dofi special. He works very well, Sugar, giving us a 1500 base attack boost that will carry over into the final stage. Not only that, he'll also get around the 5 tons of the attack down. We have Bob and Sport on stage 2 to give us 4 matching orbs on our crew, which allows us to kill the enemy very easily. Then use these, go to the final stage obviously, and then use the special of your Sugar for a 2.25x attack boost, and then her super class, super type, for a attack boost, as well as obviously giving you the super type. Then we have the support of Ace for a 1.3x color affinity, and we have Gordon to get around the all the turns of the display with the support of Robin that is required. And then finally we have Ulti and Page 1 for a full board of matching orbs, as well as the conditional attack boost. Obviously also activate your Treble for his benefits and the chain boundary effect. Make sure you activate Sugar last, because we want to use that to change all the units into toy soldiers. Also we got Sunny, but they to get around the 2 turns of Rewind, as well as the Ship Bind, so a very useful character there. That's going to be pretty much it for this team. Very strong. We have an attack boost, orb boost, color affinity. Also, if your Sugar is not level over break 5, honestly, this works with a base Sugar. Just add the support of your Legend Reiju for a 1.75x cerebral attack boost, which will be applied to most of your characters. So that's going to be pretty much it for this team. Let's get into the final set of teams, which are the high damage teams without any of the new batch. Okay, so for the first team, for the first high damage team here, so here we have the vs.ALL variant. We're using a mesh of Uta and Super 10 and Blackbeard. These two mesh so well together for Driven and Powerhouse teams. Blackbeard gives an attack boost and chain, and Uta gives an orb boost and color affinity boost. And obviously Blackbeard gives a super class for Powerhouse, and then Uta gives the super class for Driven. So they mesh just so well together. On stage 1, just kill the enemies, nothing to do there. On the second stage, use the special of your Blackbeard to get around the bind and give us a chain boundary for the final stage. Make sure you hit 2 perfects. Then also use the special of your Uta. Make sure you use it on stage 2, not on stage 1. And obviously you use her super class as well to make sure we have the buff to boost on the final stage. Then on the final stage, use the specials of your Katarina and Devon and your Burgess to get around the 5 turns of the enemy's damage reduction. And also we are going to use them to proc the super tandem of our Blackbeards. Now in this example here, I have my Uta friend captain at max last step, but we don't even use that in the team here. It doesn't proc for some reason, unfortunately, so it doesn't matter if your Uta is low last step. Your Blackbeard has the exact same super type requirement activation condition at level 1 as he does at Super 10 and 5, which is quite ridiculous, but it's good if you don't have him at a high level. It means even on this setup here at level 1, you'll still be able to activate it, and it won't even be much stronger if you have him maxed out. Blackbeard has one of the weakest super tandems in the game. So don't worry if you have this team with quite a lot less super tandem on last step. Doesn't really matter too much. You'll still be dealing about 2 billion damage. Also, we have Brook there. He needs to be expanded to get around the 110 special limiter. Brook also get around the paralysis with the help of the Black Mirror support on ulti and page 1. Ulti page 1 also gives a conditional attack boost. And then finally use the super tandem of your Blackbeard for super class of your Blackbeard for an attack boost. So very strong team, attack boost, all boost, color affinity, all the chain boosts under the sun. We also have a conditional from ulti and page 1 and super tandem. No last step though, but this team is very strong. And let's get into the next variant against the Int team. Okay, for the second last team of the video, yeah, stage 2, just use the special of your Zora to get around the threshold and give an attack and orb boost. Swap your Kinemon Danger into the quick form for a matching orb and just kill from there. Make sure you hit your perfects. Final stage, use the special of your Robin with the Riser support to get around the 6 turns of the special bind, and Robin will give an orb boost. Then use your Nami special and super class. Then use your Kinemon Dangerous swap for enemy resistance down. You then use the special for an orb boost of 2.75x, 1 low for a full board of matching orbs, and also to get around, to give us a chain boundary effect. Then use your Yamato to give a full board of 1 orbs. Your Nami should still have a tandem orb though, and then also you use her super type for a chain multiplicative boost. That's really pretty much it for this team. Attack boost, orb boost, color affinity, chain boundary, chain boost, chain multiplicative boost. We also have a conditional attack boost, super tandem, last step, 1 orbs. This team has it all, 5 billion damage. It's pretty good. Okay, final team of the video. Thank you for bearing with me, but for this team here, very strong. I made a bit of a mistake. It's not 10 billion, it's about 8 billion, which is still very good. On stage 1, just kill the enemy, make sure you have some matching orbs. Stage 2, use your Zora special to get around the debuff and also give you a orb boost. That should be enough to kill. Then on the final stage, use the special of your Robin superclass to give you a turn of cooldown. We have 2 turns of special rewind. She'll get around 1 of the turns. She'll give us an orb boost as well. And then we also have the special of our super tandem Law to get around the last turn of the rewind. You need that support of Mr. 3 on your Law, because Law doesn't reduce the special rewind with his crewmate ability, so you need a support to get around it. Law also give an attack boost and a chain growth rate boost, so a very good character. Then use the special of your Robin to get around the enemy defensive effects and also the despair. Then use the special of your super tandem Law, your super tandem Shanks to give you a color affinity and also a chain boost, a chain additive boost. Then use your super class to buff the chain, color affinity boost, and obviously give you a super type, which works very well with the super class of your Robin. Then use your Robin obviously for a conditional attack boost, and then finally use the special of your Ben Beckman for a chain boundary effect as well as a orb boost. So a very strong team here. Well, he doesn't actually give an orb boost, he just buffs the orb boost from your Robin superclass. That's gonna be pretty much it for this team. I actually recommend trying to add a support of an attack boosting support on your Ben Beckman. I think it actually stacks because of the Robin's effect. I'm still not sure of how she works, but either this team deals 8 billion damage as is. So that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm very sick right now, so this is a struggle to get through. But if you did enjoy the video or found it useful, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.